Markers, etc. from Scotland. They're from a variety of different countries, but Eddie is from Scotland. Good idea. Get the umbrella up.
Let's make some noise for the players in the last game of the day.
Jason Evans just ready to go. He's got the jack in his hands. And there is the signal for the matches to commence. Years ago, Jerry Baker won his gold medal in dramatic style, behind all the way in the set play format as it was in the second set to England. And with his last ball, he took the only English ball out of the head to pick up a 6, and that gave him the sufficient shots to draw the set, having won the first one. And he lifted the gold medal. It was an incredible ball. I still remember it. And it's a very good start.
2 feet short, last ball. Yes.
Great reply from Blake Signal. I should imagine this pair should be very close, this match. A couple of very experienced players in there.
Especially the two skips. Has to be said, it's Jerry Baker's been around a long time. Since Kuala Lumpur, he's already picked up 3 medals, different disciplines.
This would be his 5th Commonwealth Games?
That is correct, yep, it is indeed. Lives in Johannesburg, as does Jason.
Weight was good. Don't try and change too much, mate. You're not far away. Get to the green, trial.
Well, these multicoloured balls are going to create their own difficulties, so we'll try and keep an eye on the different coloured rings. New Zealand will be in blue, South Africa in red. Just running through the gap, attacking the ball. Jason Evans is a big guy.
Hurry! Shots down, hold on.
Jerry, left-hander.
To the ball, Jerry. Yeah, well played, man. Well done.
I'll be happy enough with that.
Probably 2, man.
Pairs slightly different, playing with 3 balls each player. Still got the time limit, 2 hours 15 minutes.
Like that weight, Jerry. Touch the white a little. Pretty good.
You ending well, pal. Good home.
Happy if you want to go a bit quicker at that.
Sharon, you know the skip quite well.
Yes, Richard Gervin's been living in Australia for a number of years now. He's the manager at Nelson Bay Bowling Club.
Attacking this needs an edge. A lot of weight, but without the accuracy it doesn't work.
Come on, yard pick. Yeah, yard through. You got the two deepest here.
Yes, that seems to happen quite a lot, doesn't it? It's people moving to Australia.
A lot of big clubs with job opportunities for the players.
But still able to represent New Zealand.
Yes. A lot of the clubs give the players the flexibility to be away for events.
Sounds like a good deal to me. But as we said, the financial resources are there, and that makes a big difference.
You get it, mate. Good, he's good.
A small-looking ball he's using. It's, in fact, it looks tiny. He is a big guy, of course, but
It does look tiny in his hand.
it does look very small. A lot of weight again. He's pushed out in the wide side. That's what I said before about the Southern Hemisphere players coming up here and driving. It's a different game in the Northern Hemisphere. And we'll just see what the damage is. Two shots to South Africa. Yes, the clubs in Australia are massive, and not all of them, of course, just sort of privileged elite in particular areas of the country where they've had the finances to be able to develop their clubs beyond bowls, and that's really helped to finance the bowls aspect. Clubs in Melbourne are very much more like what you would find in the UK.
Yes, they are. Most of the clubs able to support players in the manner that they support Richard would be in New South Wales and Queensland.
That's a good start.
There's a lot of pressure on New Zealand and Australia to perform, as there are in the home countries. That's where there's very high expectation. There's the Commonwealth Games in the Northern Hemisphere, and obviously with the amount of resources that are put into South Africa, New Zealand and Australia, they're expecting to bring medals back. Puts their management under a lot of pressure as well, of course.
Yes, it does. And the players have had to give up a lot of their time over the last 12 months, as have all the players, for the training camps and responsibilities that are asked of them.
There, buddy. Hold on.
What's the meat on there?
Yes, it certainly is difficult to define the bowls on this, because we're using very similar bowls.
Look good. Look good. Yeah, very good. Well done.
Not bad.
No harm for
Decent
you.
second.
Just draw down there, close you can.
Everything short though.
Very close, Polly. See if you can play a ball. Just on the draw, really. Forward end. Touch is good.
Oh, well played, mate. Well done. Very good, Blakey. Well done.
Well, that might just have sneaked in. Yep, looked good. And the back position.
It's a difficulty when the this last ball from New Zealand. Coming for a lovely toucher there.
Close, Terry. Edge. Try. Well done.
I wouldn't mind you getting in the pocket here. Beating the blue.
Yes.
Great ball there, Gerbo. Great shot, mate.
Well, again, it's been set up quite well here with New Zealand now in a couple of shots in the back positions there, but Jerry really needs to hit it with this one. He wants to have a chance with his last delivery to draw the shot. Needs a disturbance. He's trying to make its way back. Well, that's a maximum result with that one.
Like us, mate.
It was an option to hit the ball in, but it certainly wasn't what he was playing. But he played it with good weight.
Weight's pretty good, mate. Give him a look, Pop.
Surprised that Richard Gervin was dropping a bit short there, because any extension on the jack was going to be good for him. He's got 2 balls at the back.
And the opportunity to sit that side bowl as well. But touching the jack back would have tucked it away a little.
Weight's brilliant.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Jerry just making sure that he was slightly deeper. I still think it's on for New Zealand to punch the ball out to bring the jack all the way through for 3. Got a chance for this. Just under, I think. Well, that should be it. It looks like it's going to be 1 to New Zealand. It is indeed. Skips will be marking the cards, of course. It's their responsibility, and those cards will be checked on a fairly regular basis against the markers. They'll have the scorecard or the scoreboards at the end of the rinks. Just make sure that everything's okay there. Not any arguments about that, and then they'll be signed at the end of the match. The same as in many sports, just to make sure that everybody's happy with that the scores are correct.
First ball for New Zealand, just finishing about a metre behind the jack. Kept the mat well back, being a medium length end.
Good shot, buddy. Well on. Very good. Very good.
So steady start for both teams. 2-1 after 2 ends in favour of South Africa. And that's really what these sort of teams want. They want a steady start and just to get into it, get a feel for the rink. It's looking like it's going to be quite a good battle between the two leads.
Another good ball from New Zealand lead.
Another good ball coming up. Just dropping a little bit on the short side. But a protector.
Go on, Bonnie. It's just a full draw again. Be brave. Try and turn the jack or the ball again now, if you can.
Richard Gervin now, down on his forehand.
Good, Marty. Well done. Very good ball, lad.
Just cutting across the head there. And end up in a pretty handy spot.
Yes, anything through, it's you know, it's that sort of shot that if you miss it, you know you're going to have value out of something. But it's unusual to have two left-handers against each other.
No, he's still got one, buddy. Last ball's a foot through. It's doing the same ball as your ass. Drop an arm and in. Just have to be brave if you can. Come on, mate. Come on,
Should
Jake.
sweep in.
Very good, yeah.
Here it comes.
Well done, pal. Kelly, Mark. Kelly. Kelly. Too light. Well done, Marty. Well played, Mark. Well played, Mark.
Almost like it there. Turn that bowl onto the wide, pops the kitty out here. You get underneath, you get that split. Similar sort of weight, you can have a bit more if you want.
Whipped his hand across with that one. It's just looking like it's inside the line, but pushed the ball through onto the jack.
It's looking good, mate. 3. 7, yeah, maybe.
There's a red ball that came whizzing through onto the jack, so one to South Africa at the moment. To go near the jack. When you chance to pass the through for or take the break. See this ball in this guy's little pebble. Jack in his hand. Go.
That bowl, looking for the back. Off that it goes. About 2 meters, I think, but back in the bowl in the.
Going to be easy to beat. In fact, downright difficult to beat. Yep, you're about 4 feet short.
Need 2 on your last.
I think there's only the one shot in it, so he can afford to give this a bit of a go. There's no point in being short to it. You might as well draw right up to that. He's trying to stay on the running line. That's why he's playing that side, but he's going to have to hurry. Yes, it always looked as if it was not going to have the weight. A lot further away than what I expected, I have to say, but was never an easy shot. So the big drive provides a single shot for New Zealand. Level the score after 3.
Great start, buddy.
Good start for New Zealand lead, playing a similar length to the previous end.
Very little information on leg signal. Works as grounds person. His club is Stokes Valley Bowling Club.
Fell well short with that second lead bowl.
That's really good. Get down to this one, mate. You see, that's good.
Breeze is starting to pick up a little bit out there.
Yes, I don't think it'll have much of an effect, to be honest. If anything, it'll cool the players down. It certainly shouldn't affect the bowling as such. Greens are a little bit too heavy to worry about that.
Well, buddy, don't want to get this on eight, Marty.
Oh, well done.
No, it's a good effort. He secured second shot, but he's also got 3 balls, really just a couple of feet behind the jack, and that's always useful.
Very good, Marty. Well done. Well done. Great start. Hang on, buddy. Right up against it. Just see North Ball and good area. And again, lad.
Richard Gervin, now 40 years of age. 6'4".
Down, but I don't mind you playing there if you like it. Touch that, Jack.
Only just past Jason Evans, 6'3". I wonder how much rugby those two guys played at any stage. Great rugby nations, of course. This is looking good. Oh, big effort.
Just
really big
just
effort.
missing a touch on that, Jack, then.
Jerry's still a very good player, and I know he's very ambitious to defend this title.
We tickle in there. Get to the last post good. You have to be brave anyway, Martin.
It's a clear road to the jack. Just do it. That was all.
Making sure he was reaching after his first bowl, dropping well short. Similar line here from Jerry.
Oh, he's better this time. Just still not stopping though. Thought he'd adjusted the weight. One thing about television, of course, when you're a bit on the slimmer side, makes you look even taller. So he's got a chance for this.
Great shot, buddy.
Oh, where's it going to go? Yep, big clap there. Just waiting to see which ball it was going to go to.
Hurry in! Great shot, Ian. Brilliant shot.
Confirmed to New Zealand at the moment. Still looking to get through on the gap here, but there's a front ball in the way. There it is. He didn't have really an awful lot to play to there. Sometimes you have to accept that you're going to lose a double. But it was a very good ball by Richard Gervin that secured that.
Good, yeah. Kind of same pace. Same ball, like, you know, get me a turn, good inside. Off the board, yes.
2 1/4 hours. Respot jacks with 3 balls and pairs is a strong possibility of getting this match finished on time. A lot of domestic play where you play with 4 ball pairs. You wouldn't have a hope of getting 18 ends in 2 hours and 15, especially if you're playing dead ends and you have to replay those with these guys. So it's an interesting change of rules for this Commonwealth Games. Won't suit everyone.
These players will have to get on their game very quickly and jump out of the gate. They can't afford to be dropping too many numbers early in the game.
Yes, there is a sort of slow play element being introduced so that players can't protect a lead with a time limited game, and that's going to be administered, of course, by all the officials around the green. Not easy to do, I have to say, but from what I've seen so far, the players are all pushing along quite fast.
Very good, pal.
Jason Evans dropping short with that second ball. You really need to be up to turn his onto the jack.
Ooh, little bug decided to have a go there.
Might be a bug from Delhi.
Oh no, we have plenty there. We don't have any bugs here in Glasgow of that size. Thank goodness.
No. Good balls in Oscar.
Ending up in a good position.
Well, this one really should be reaching. It needs to go on the wide side though. It will hook away like crazy. Extra weight might hold it. Yeah, kept them in the head.
They will have brought that front ball in to the count at this stage.
Yep, front ball looks like it's the number 1.
Your best, buddy. Hurry, Marty. Hurry, Marty. Up.
Well, that should swing away.
Down, lad. Anything you're asked to, don't change your big long, Martin. Right? And there's some track, Marty. Push for it. I give it. It's all right, man. Okay.
Oh, just made the gap.
This ball's 18 inches short, buddy, so it's just a full drop. Get your own, get into the yellow. Just trying to be there if you can.
Both players are very, very good with their final deliveries. Jerry Baker's had some difficult ones to go to, but there's been some good conversions from Richard.
Same ball, mate. Don't change a thing.
Doesn't look happy at the moment, hasn't settled. Jerry Baker into this match.
Playing the hardest shot in the book. Same ball.
Yes, that's always the case. Can't see that holding either. There it goes. Well, I know the players have worked out that that's a swinging hand, and if you start playing across yourself, which Richard did that time, there's no chance that that ball's going to hold up. Oh. Extra weight. Head turns and Jerry's not happy at the moment. Sometimes you just have to keep it tight, that's all. But it's 1 to red. I'm trying to convert that into another one, but it didn't work. Just keep things tight. Wait and see what happens. I do get the impression that Jerry Baker's just struggling for line and weight.
I think sometimes players are coming off faster greens, or more used to faster greens, that do take a lot of grass and they come onto the heavy greens. Sometimes they feel, take a little while to get into their head that they do have a hand that is giving a lot.
Yes, it's coming back, you're right. And they'll have to convince themselves sometimes. And I think that's a hard bit. They're trying to convince themselves. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but that's a very good start from Jace. All these players have got a smooth, easy delivery. There's no problems on that front. It's just trying to remember to push through it. That's all.
Jack. Just, give yourself a wee time. Couple of yards.
First one in, second one behind it.
Very good position ball.
Yeah, that's a little clap from Jerry. Not surprised. That's what you want. There, now that's a bowler. Blake dropping 2 short bowls. Shot against, back position against. The next one will be up.
I would think the next one will be up. Even if he had to finish behind a metre or so with his last one, giving it a bit of a chance. It's make it more and more difficult the more bowls that come down.
Well, I think his weight was certainly better for second shot, but he got caught in the bowl, and really that's going to leave the New Zealand skip into a little bit of bother.
Here's our last bowl, just running into that short opposition bowl.
Probably had enough to sneak past it.
Yeah, would have snuck in for second shot. probably still a foot or so short of the head.
Line's pretty good. Keep up.
Jerry moving on to the other side of the rink, and I'm really not sure. I just don't think that's worth it in his situation. That's all. Don't think Richard's got much of a choice. He's going to have to play it.
Hurry, mate. Hurry. Go, mate. Fix it up.
You're gasping for an extra breath if you're hoping to hit that ball in.
Okay. Weight was real good, mate. Bowl higher.
Richard would be needing to get a bowl fairly close to reduce the risk of South Africa picking up a number,
Very good, Gurbo.
Yeah, that's good.
which he has.
Mind that weight, Jerry.
good.
Set the ball. You
Again,
make
it was all about being able to convince himself that he could push the ball out a bit wider and it would come back. Let's come back into a pretty good position. Jerry has to be a little bit careful with that mat. The rules now said the foot has to be fully on the mat whenever the ball is released.
Well done, mate.
And he certainly played that well. A lot of the Southern Hemisphere players seem to put their back foot right on the front edge. Well, close for the short one. Well, it's not really. We need to be hit.
You can do that. Couple feet for shot, Marty.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, with the right weight, you can push that up. Just flip it over for 1, 2.
Playing controlled weight. It's been difficult to find a track down onto those two bowls. Missing on the wide side.
Yes, we put it away very quickly. That'll be a double. Always look good from Jerry.
He is coming in to touch that jack, make 2.
Well done, Marty. Well done. Over the yard. Very closely, buddy. 3 down. Same line, bud. Just drop anything, you're good. Last minute, Jason.
Second bowl of Jason's coming down now. Needs to get past that. And does. Lovely weight. Maybe a little bit tight across the head. Well, probably second shot
It's toiling for weight. A little bit inconsistent, Blake Signal, really, with his...
Well, probably a few too many short bowls played at this stage of the game. He'd be looking to improve on that. It's probably the shot win there for South Africa.
That's a braver line. That's the idea. Push it out. A little bit unlucky just to get caught with the ball.
Touch wider, he could have got a nice edge off his own bowl and drifted in for shot.
Yeah, I think he really needs to look at the two swinging hands, and there are a couple of swinging hands in that particular rink. It's not an easy rink, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's very kind to the players at this moment in time. It's only the first day of play. I think his leads, they're almost better playing a swinging hand on a heavy green. Only to give you the confidence the ball will come back.
Richard playing that tied across with that draw shot. Probably not bad weight.
Come on, Jerry. Come on, pal. Bit more. Think so, well done.
Well, the adjustment was there for Jerry, but
It's only one, mate. Close over the second.
be interesting to see what she decides to do there. He's looking like he's going to play something on the attacking side, but
I don't like too much weight. That plant straight onto the white.
there's a couple of red balls in there as well. This looks like it might be quick.
This bowl here only has to go over 2 rolls to score.
A big weight, all 3 bowls could possibly go.
Well, it's the sort of shot you would play on the faster greens, there's no doubt, but no guarantees of hitting with the same accuracy on these. Coming off that edge, you're going to stop dead. It's close for the second one, I would say.
Side ball there.
Really needs to be onto their own bowl to the wing then. Give that a couple of turns.
Line looks good again, Jerry.
Jerry be looking to just come under that bowl.
Drop to me.
He's the left-hander. Doesn't really want to promote it though. That's why he was being rather careful. Very, very sensible actually, because there's no sense if you're lining the shot to give it away.
Put a couple of feet straight, buddy.
It's close for that second.
That's you, Marty. Come on, Marty. Well played, Marty. What a great start. Well bowled, Marty. Sorry.
Tell you what, if that's 2 shots, he can't be any worse off just the way it's sitting. Surely it's worth having a go at this. He's taking a long time over it though.
Tight toucher, lad. Just pulls out again. Great, Marty. Great. On the track, is it? Come on, buddy. Push. Hurry now, Marty. Hurry the last bit. It's actually very good. Well done. Well done.
Have it. Have it.
decision made. Makes his way back to the mat. Hard to know what he's going to do.
Well, Blake was indicating just a draw shot to drift underneath those poles, but I'm not sure that I'd be doing that.
That wouldn't be his normal style of play, would it?
Drop between that and the jack, they're perfect. Yard passed away.
Yeah, trying to make the gap, and it's not easy. A lot of balls hooking across on the inside. Well, good effort, but his own ball's dropped back. It might be enough to get second. Heavier greens is very, very difficult. It's just a one.
He's liking this, but just not getting the result he hoped for.
Yes, I think in a fast green or getting the ball on the ball, you expect to punch it all the way through and get the shot, but not on greens of this pace. That's all.
The Hammers and Geordies are here, and for only $24.99 you get to see them live here on Sky Arena.
Oh yes! He's done it again!
See our lads take it to the rock stars of the EPL right here in New Zealand.
Oh, what a special goal that is!
Sydney FC West Ham, Wellington Phoenix Newcastle, live Saturday on Sky Arena. To purchase, call 0800 759 758 or text to book now.
I'm Pip Hale. I do Olympic weightlifting. My mum's been supporting me through competitive gymnastics since I was 5 to 14 and then on with Olympic weightlifting now. It started off with training 5 days a week. Straight from after school I'd go training and then from there come home about 7 o'clock, dinner would be ready. She spent a lot of time driving me from place to place, fundraising for our gymnastics club and really just putting a lot of support in. If I'm having a bad day, I'll call her. If I'm having a good day, I'll call her. She's always there. We're really close.
My name is Gay Hale. It was gymnastics all the way through as she grew up, and it's just helped her to transition, I guess. She's an adult doing the sport she loves now, but there's always a time where it's, hey mum, what are you doing? So that's nice to still be there.
Richie's been very involved every step of the way. From the day I walked in the gym to now, he's pushed me to be the best I can be.
My name's Richie Patterson. I'm Philippa's partner. I'm also Philippa's business partner and coach and training partner. Your parents shape you as a young athlete. Pip is very new to weightlifting in terms of years experience, 3 years experience, but she has the mindset of an athlete that's been in the sport for a long time.
Mum, Dad and Richie, they're all leaving for number one fan. They've all been great supporters.
For us, her dad and I, to be able to be up there, that will be very, very proud moment.
Where is she?
It's just been made clear to me that it's officially open season on you people. I got my people on extra patrols and they're ready to respond.
It's easier to stay silent than it is to speak truth.
Whatever happened, I want to help.
But how do we even know these people didn't do this to themselves?
You won't even tell me where my wife is?
She's not your wife anymore.
The Leftovers, 8:30 Monday, Soho.
That first one, well short from Jason.
It's amazing me in many ways that at this level we're getting to this stage in the game of on the 8th hand that they're dropping 3-4 yards short with the first ball. You know, it's, nobody says it's easy out there, but it's not that difficult.
No, I think with that first bowl, even if you do end up a metre or so behind, it's worth giving it that push. He's certainly corrected the weight to a certain extent, ending up a couple of metres behind.
The thing is, he's played 2 in different bowls, so New Zealand should take advantage of this. First one in. Gently now with the jack for the second. That's okay.
That bowl ending up in a terrific spot too.
You stay there, Jason. Left foot shot. 3 minutes. I like this, Jake. Come on. Come on, man. Close for shot.
Well, sun's still beating down.
Two, mateys. Fast, Jack, eye.
A bit of after sun might be needed tonight in a lot of homes. The bowler's tan. V-neck in the arms.
And the nice white socks.
Yes.
Both these skips having a good look at the head. Obviously not too sure who's got shot on this occasion.
Missed the line with that one and just dropping underneath, so cover ball might be needed. That's what he's looking for. Ooh, that was a bit pushy. Well, it's awkward when you start to lose the ball, that's all.
Cherry just looking to improve on his line here. The weight of his first. It's not too bad.
That's a good weight.
It's the line again. There it goes, sweeping over beside it. The weight was probably better for what he wanted. Must be a bit of a struggle out there because these are world-class players, these two skips in particular.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're having the trouble they are. But we saw that early on this rink. It's not the easiest rink to play.
Nicely, Jerry.
And certainly a lot wider this time. It's all about good weight to pull back.
Okay, that's helped. Well done.
Certainly was a much better effort, but if he'd had the right weight, he would have been close enough at jack high. Down to the last ball now, and I just wonder who's lying the shot on this, because I'm not convinced either player really knows.
running through again.
Oh, kicked away very quickly. One to New Zealand. Well, the Kiwis will take it. Wow. It's motoring a bit. They're playing like that. Well, then they're all looking down and thinking we're flying off to a sunshine holiday, and they're all having a sunshine holiday down there. The only thing is that they're probably guaranteed 2 weeks. I think at the moment we're guaranteed about 2 days. But we're enjoying it.
It's just been delightful weather.
Well, it's stunning. Fingers crossed that that high pressure stays right over Glasgow.
Handy opening bowl there from Blake.
Better start, much better start. You know, it's the rink has its challenges, and whenever your lead's able to put 1 or 2 balls really close, it's quite possible for them to sit there the whole end. Well, they're pulling up very fast.
Drop under the yellow, just draw another shot, well and good.
I'd like to have seen that one coming to the jack and even past it.
Just needs to let go now.
Yes, it's that extra weight is the problem.
Final lead bowl from New Zealand. We would have hoped that this one may be up behind.
That's better. That tidies things up a bit. You do get a big dip at the end on that hand if your weight's right. Has to be on the outside rather than the inside line. Oh, it's a struggle there, dropping short. Back ball in position, 2 down. You need to be pushing through that. And some of these heads have been looking very tricky for the skips, I have to say.
Very good, Gurbo. Well done, mate.
Really good ball.
Change much, Gary.
And a toucher, just sitting in behind the jack.
Getting there before the South Africans. I think that's the whole idea in a situation like this. You know, if you get there before your opposition, what's left for them is not very pretty. And Jerry's just slightly overcooked this one. Yeah, line wasn't bad.
Time again, mate.
Three, four. You're seeing at the moment, and I have to say it's looking pretty good. Anything even a foot short would more or less kill off the hand.
Yeah, pretty much right on it.
There's not a lot on there for Jerry at this stage.
There, even if you have weight to the greenie, get to me, it's good. Miss, where's it good home?
good, man. Good, pal. Second shot's good, yeah.
Bit heavier than what he wanted.
Little foot.
Chance of getting onto his own ball. That was Jack high. Turn it in or come off it.
Little foot.
So you have to be brave. Push this out on a line. Take 2 feet off your last weight.
If you're looking to drop in for second shot here.
There's that deep swing again, but he's actually put weight on from his previous delivery.
Yeah. Your best, bud. One more, Marty. Jelly ball. Up. Very good.
He's dropped short on that one.
It's not a bad place, maybe where he's put it, that's all. It's not going to make it any way easy for Jerry Baker to get into things. He might be tempted to play a runner going through the gap at the front, the top of her screen.
It's probably the better option looking at the way that's set up in front.
Well, it's so hard to draw your way out of trouble. That's the problem. Could have been on the other side on the backhand, which is to come around the ball, but he's already tried that twice and it hasn't worked. What sort of weight he's going to use. Yes, he's trying to come inside. Now that will swing away so fast. There it goes.
Okay, took one away. Well done.
We've taken one away by the looks of it. Yes, 2 shots to blue. Well, once again, it was another end where the lead really set it up. Jerry didn't make any changes except to take one out towards the end, and Richard Gervin only added one real good ball in that head. I think he liked that one out of the hand. Kept watching it all the way through the line. The player knows.
That's good, Joyce. Very good.
The closing stages of this game, we should see the heads tighten up a little more than some of them have been. They'll both be, these players will be lifting up a gear. Another good lead ball from Blake.
Yes, I think they're playing this direction where the swinging hand is readily available to them to slightly shorter jack length, and that's where the benefit appears to be.
Probably drawn that in for shot, I would think, Jason.
Down again, good ball. Doesn't matter if it's short or not, still a very good ball there. Can't really tell.
You've got to go, yeah. Turn that, very good. Side there. How long can you hold, Nathan? Okay, just run now, run. Okay.
Well, it's when you start trying to look for those little shots, I know it becomes very hard instead of just drawing to it, but you play according to the skip's instructions.
Right, bud.
Just not getting back in time. A little bit too much weight more than anything else. I think the line was good enough.
He just needs a weight, just enough weight to come under their front bowl and set the blue ball through.
Well, that's the thing. If he gets it absolutely right, it might take him back onto the jack again. Much of that will make 4. Position's not terribly good for the South Africans, but they need another bowl in.
What a line.
And it's just dropping short.
You flat?
Little less speed now, or?
Yeah, you take that 1 metre, half a metre off, mate. You'll get that turn on to me.
Just a slight adjustment on his previous effort. He'll not be too far away. He's certainly into something this time. Needs an edge though. Got it. Has it gone too far? Oh, I don't think so. I think that's good.
Too down, pal.
It's absolutely spot on in terms of getting the shot. Not a particularly safe shot, but it is number 1. Certainly beatable.
Needs to drop underneath this ball.
Got a very solid. Any edge the other side would have been good. Got a plumb in the middle. I have to say there's been a few times for Jerry Baker when he's been right into stuff. He hasn't had the best result.
Managed to find a few holes a few times too, which...
Yep, exactly. Just not... he's really had the rub of the green. Having said that, it's been a difficult match out there. I know it's... all 4 players will admit that. It's been a hard game to score shots at times. Well, it's been 1s and 2s all the way. There hasn't been one treble or above. Oh, he's looking to come through on the inside. Got a chance to rest the ball with this. It all depends if he stops in with it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
You'll be very happy with where that ball is lying behind. There he is, sitting that back ball in a great position there.
He just ran off the ball a little bit. If you'd have had it absolutely solid, it would have stopped dead, like a golf shot with backspin. It would just have hit it, stopped dead, and he would have been in. As it is, it's not a bad position. And once again, Jerry Baker from South Africa has been left in a difficult position. One that he really needs to get out of.
Very good, well done.
Decent looking line. It's all a matter of stopping in time. Oh well, I thought he was well up. He really got a shoulder behind that, and it just stopped dead. I think the green has definitely lost pace. I thought he was well through that with about 3 or 4 feet.
I thought he was well up to the New Zealand bowl. I could see it resting on that and falling in.
Well, it's 1 to the Kiwis. This little run continues. .13.8, 3 ends to go.
Has to be, mate. Just try and tee anyway. Just try and tee. Pass the weight, that's awesome. Delay. Hold on, man. Very good, Marty. Well done.
Good start. Really good start. Hasn't been too many balls that have come up on the first deliveries as a side toucher. Definite change, not only in temperature, but also in the green speed. Very comfortable, I have to say.
Very good.
And a good reply. There's a few little actions there from Blake. He's not that far away. It's another good ball.
He'll be needing to reach with this draw shot, possibly about a metre through, give it a chance.
Okay, weight's good.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be the target for the Kiwis now. They'd have to change onto the other side, but they need a ball through. Well, he's still playing it there. He's saying hit the ball or come through yourself. Just doesn't want to play the other side.
Even if he does pick up the jack himself, he may well take the danger away.
To help. Need to be a bit more attacking now, just to really push it through. Blake, you can't do much more than what you've done. You've played 3 good balls, they're in the head. Richard Gervin has to be happy with that. I think he is happy with it, actually. But the back position is very, very vulnerable, and they're going to need to play something to get it back there. Either side, that's what Blake's saying. You played either side, but you have to get one between those 2 balls, 2 red.
Couple of yards, yes.
Here's that last ball, just nudging it, ending up in a good position. Giving them 3 bowls at the back.
All right. Hurry, mate. Hurry, hurry.
Well, as long as he misses the jack, he's okay. He's safe enough, and he's punched that through into a good position. That's a good ball. He didn't want to be anywhere near that jack, though. Good result.
Very good result.
Not getting down on time.
Right. Wait.
But now that's the 2 best back. I would say if Jerry doesn't get the shot this end for South Africa, they'll be chasing the last 2 ends, and I think it'll just be too much for them. So I just wonder, would Gervil be thinking, I'm going to leave this. Play deep, play wide, get your shoulder behind it, and just let Jerry work away at it. Oh, well, sort of turned his head away from that one, which gives me the impression that he hasn't pushed it.
Well, if it's not the... Oh, he's coming in. It will be the furthest back bowl.
That's not bad. I think it was better than what he thought. Hard to tell with that reaction.
Very quick to get that one away, Jerry.
Yep, wasting no time. He knows what he has to do. Doesn't want the gap. Well, bowl off it and then gap. We've got time, might as well come up and have a look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, happy. Yep, no, happy, definitely.
Blake would be looking at where the dangers may be behind the head.
Yes, you can't cover absolutely every option, but you can certainly have a go at covering most. And once you go out there, you're into on-played ground, and that's why he's given it a good heavy push. Hasn't made it in terms of the depth of the bowl. He wanted that to be a lot deeper. And he's shaking his head, thinking, my goodness me, that was a push. Get used to it. We're in Glasgow. This is the UK, outdoor bowls. We love it. We've all got sore shoulders.
And it is what it is.
It is what it is, exactly. I can't blame him shaking his head, don't get me wrong. Because I'm a touch player, really. And I love it whenever you're able to just drift the ball away. And 16, 17 seconds is wonderful, but this is not the case here.
Don't get it there, come right straight.
Oh, I think he's overplayed it. Yes, he has.
A little more weight that time, wasn't allowing it to give.
Yep, one shot. Well, 2 ends to go. You can protect a 6-shot lead.
Big try, lad. Anything off that, you're good. Eight's good. Coming in out. Very good, Marty. Well done. Good ball. Put you there, mate. 4 feet out. See what you can do.
A little bit pushy. Better being through.
Pretty handy opening bowl from Jason.
I think Jason needs a couple of big ends here to give himself any sort of a chance.
Can't really afford to have short bowls when you're chasing shots. So he'll be aware of that, I'm sure.
That looked better out of the hand. You could see it, the body language was saying, that's better. I know it's not as far up. The line was the same.
Fine, yeah, Jace. Okay, roll your. Take again, Mark. 10 inches. 2 balls behind, guys. Nice. Come on, Blaggy.
Coming down again. I think that's where the difference has been in the last sort of 3, 4, 5 ends in particular. Blake's signal has really turned it on a bit more. He's started to group his balls. He definitely came into the game around about the sort of 9th, 10th end in particular.
It's a very good effort there from Jason, however.
Well, you know, a back toucher like that.
Very difficult to...
Just let it be. Don't even worry about it. Don't even think about going near it. All you're saying to South Africa as well, if you want a shot, you try and disturb it. Jerry walking up there doesn't, body language not the most positive. Either that or it's deep concentration or contemplation, one or the other.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right up to the back.
Well, there's things about going deep. Well, what he's doing there is he's actually trying to cover the respot position all the way back because he thinks Jerry will be driving this. Now, if he drives the ball off, it's fine. But if he drives the jack off the rink, that back ball will be very useful. He's left him what I would think to be the more difficult shot. That is just to try and disturb it with a yard of weight. Now he has to think, don't get too close. Just get something useful. Yeah, push it out wide.
Just in behind. Pretty handy spot.
Well, I think, you know, if you get the edge first, get that up, we can look at that one later. Good play.
This one really has to make contact. He certainly got a chance with it. Looks very close. He's made another gap. I'm going to talk to him after this game.
He's had some very close.
Some days, you know, you wonder, is it better just to fall out of bed? Never mind, get out of bed. Yep, Richard staying away again. This is good. Blake's happy with it as well. Just stay away from it because it's a very nice position that they're in at the moment. They don't need an extra shot. All right, Jerry, what can you do this time? You're down on that similar line again.
It's not a bad effort.
It's going to crunch it. Oh, well, that might be enough to give him the shot.
It's very difficult with just that really one bowl target.
No, he hasn't made it. It's going to be another single to New Zealand. That's 3 in a row. And that's really enough to get them over the line. I have to say, this was always going to be a tight game, and it was a tight game up until the last sort of 3 ends. But New Zealand have scored in the last 5 ends, and that's made a massive difference from 9-8 all the way through to 15-8. Last end of the match.
Good, Marty, well done. Good ball there, now, well done.
The shorter jack lengths by the looks of it as well. That'll help things. That's where Blake has been playing just a little bit better. There he goes again.
Very good start again. He certainly tightened up the second half of this game.
I think the second half of the game has definitely been the star of this one because, and it just proves to the game when it comes to pairs, especially with 3 bowls, that it's very, very important to have your lead right on top of things. Struggled at the start with short bowls and things, but really has come on strong. And he's going to reap the rewards of that. Over, but making sure he was through.
A very well played ball.
dropped it a little bit. Still got one in there. Most they can score 6 hands here, so or 6 shots, so New Zealand know they've won the match. It's just a matter of how many want to win by. Good time to put 2 on it, but a few ends just too late. Wry smile there from Jerry Baker on the way past, as if to say that would have been useful about 3 or 4 ends ago. Better late than never, but he's lost the match. That's the problem. I wouldn't argue with him though, he's a big guy. Still, New Zealand want to keep this nice and tight. They don't want to lose a whole bundle of shots in this end, because count back may well be necessary on the shots.
Down. Great
He's
shot,
quite
buddy.
close with this one. He's popped one out.
That's a really good ball.
Right ball, fall off it, get another.
Looks like second, and a good second at that.
Okay, good way.
And just follow that. I would leave it and just follow that ball. There's absolutely no need to even turn your own ball over.
They won't mind dropping a 1 on this end. It still gives them good margin.
That's what he's doing. Up onto his forehand, just trying to follow the ball down.
Sitting inside those 2 South African bowls.
Oh, mid the gap. Good effort.
Good position, splits. Switch those 2 with the back one.
No.
Hey.
Alongside, getting the blue ball.
Okay, slow.
No, just a little dinky shot through the 2 of them. No need to go mad at it. Jason Evans just contemplating things. It could have been different, but not today.
Mate. Get any contact on my own. Should fall in. Well, mate.
That's the idea. Not too much weight. Just try and drop in on the draw to squeeze the jack through.
He's close.
Great.
Oh, yes. Yes, number 1. Built that head very well. 3 very good balls by Gervo. Richard Gervin from New Zealand.
Here's that last bowl again, just in the shot bowl, sitting in there. Lovely shot. Good bowl to finish on for Richard.
I have to say, these greens are the grass is cut so close. Really is very, very good stuff. Oh, we're looking for the edge, but he didn't get it. It's going to be a single to New Zealand. Just waiting. Yes, there it is. A confirmation from Eddie Nicholson that it's 1. Players will shake hands, check cards, make sure the signatures are done. But it's a very comfortable win in the end for New Zealand, having won really the last 6 ends, where they scored 7 shots against 0. Not big scores, I have to say, throughout the whole game. Only 1s and 2s, but the scoreboard was ticking over for New Zealand. It's 16 shots to 8. In the end, a very comfortable win for New Zealand. Well, it wasn't really a match that South Africa was going to get into unless their lead really started to beat Blake Signal, and he was doing a lot of damage, Sharon.
Yeah, especially the second half of the game. He certainly lifted up a gear and Gave a very good start for the New Zealand pair.
Well, there were some very good balls played, there's no doubt about that, but let's have a look at a few in the sunshine.
Come on, fella.
Early in the match, lovely ball dropped in.
Scurvo looking for the jack. Oh. Into the ditch.
Well, in the ditch. I thought it was coming into us. But he got a signal out of that. That was the one shot that he needed. Just another ball coming through on the swing, all the way in, picking up a double on that end. It's one of those ends where you're just not quite sure what's going to happen. You know, it's started to spread about a bit, and then suddenly, bang, one ball goes in. Everything after that started to tighten up. Getting towards the end of the game now, you can see the shadows coming through. And this was a very good ball. This really made a massive difference in the game. One ball dropped in, South African ball dropped out. He takes a single, and that stopped that run for South Africa. But it was a major struggle in the end for South Africa. Jerry turning around, shaking the hands. The gold medal winner from Delhi has to accept defeat to New Zealand. In the end, it was comfortable for the Kiwis, 16 shots to 8.